Hey everybody, this is iLad and we're back for another episode of Red Panda Skylines. And today we're going to be checking out the land where I cleared out the old Panhaven industrial area. It's a rather empty plot of land, and I nearly got all the industry stripped out of it. Nearly, but not quite. Apparently I missed a single tile, and we're going to fix that right now. Bye-bye. It's too bad, too. That was an eco-friendly company, apparently. So yeah, we emptied out this land. It's been reclaimed. You can see that the pollution is pretty well gone. We deactivated our power plant because we've got a brand new facility right over here producing more power than the old one was, and is less attached to the city center. So that's, this isn't needed. It's kind of in the way, actually. So we're going to redevelop all this land. And I had a plan for everything that was going to go over here, and then I load up the game and I look, and it's about half the size that I remembered it being. And that's a little embarrassing. And yeah, but that's okay. All right, so first thing we're going to do is pause the game because I've got actually really important traffic coming along this dirt road, which obviously should not be the case. Some of it is delivering garbage to the little recycling facility up here. But we're gonna be stripping out 100% of this dirt road. Yeah, I don't want all that traffic getting lost or those recycling centers getting disconnected in the meantime. Right. Let's see. We're also gonna go ahead and strip out the fencing. And while we're at it, let's go ahead and bulldoze the parking lots. What I wish, what I hope to see in City Skylines 2, should that game ever materialize, is the ability to take a building like this and say, you know what, we are repurposing this existing building. It's not going to be torn down. We're going to put something new inside the shell. Now, I don't actually expect that to happen, but it'd be pretty cool, actually. We're going to pretend that's exactly what I'm doing. So in our heads, what's happening here is that these buildings are not getting torn all the way down to grass the way I just did. They're just getting sort of refurbished so that they can be turned into something slightly different. In this case, that oil power plant is going to be converted into a shopping center. Unfortunately, we're just going to have to imagine that the smokestacks are still sticking up there. I'd really like to see some kind of feature like that. Unfortunately, yeah, it's not going to happen. I'm almost sure it can be done with mods, but as you know, this is vanilla build. Alright, so let me clear this out. These roads are actually just going to be extended very slightly to make room for the slightly longer footprint of the building there. The rest of this, we're going to leave as is. Alright, so that's that facility. This facility right here, this is going to, or these both are going to get torn down. I'm sorry, refurbished. The question is, can I remember what I was going to refurbish them into? So this, that was not what I had in mind for that, actually. Let me think. Oh, yeah, I remember. I was going to do a theater. Ooh. I have a little bit less room for that theater than... Oh, no, not a theater. It's a cinema. Slightly smaller footprint and more to the point of what I actually want to accomplish here. Alright, so we're going to put a cinema... Let's face it this way. And then back here, we're actually going to go ahead and attach the Ujoy Entertainment Agency, which I believe is from the Korea Content Creator Pack. Yeah. And so these are, in theory, what those 3 power plants actually got refurbished into. Now, if you're thinking I'm crazy for wanting an old, like, very special purpose building to be turned into something that's more for general consumer use. I'm partly inspired by a facility that my family has visited several times on vacation. When we're visiting family in Memphis, Tennessee, there is a pretty awesome facility out there. It's built in an old armory. Let's see. Is that going to face correctly? Yeah. Good enough. Good enough. It's built in an old armory, and now it's a children's museum, and it's pretty great. Our 6-year-old now is a little bit too old to properly appreciate it. Like, she wanted to go last time we were out there, and then she very clearly felt kind of disappointed because, you know, it's really geared for mostly younger kids. But, you know, while she was the right age for it, we really had a lot of appreciation for it. So, but it's really weird. Like, you're walking around inside this very kid-friendly facility, and it couldn't be clearer that it's old military architecture, and it's a little bit surreal, but it's a really great and really useful way of sort of repurposing a building rather than tearing it down. And it doesn't quite preserve its historical aspects, right? Because obviously you've got all this kid-friendly stuff going on inside it now. But nonetheless, I feel like it's a lot better than just tearing it down. That's what I would have liked to have done with these power plants. Another thing I would like to be able to do. Let me try turning off all my guidelines here. Let's see if I can get a bit more solid coverage. It's really frustrating the game insists on snapping even when you've turned off all snapping aids. But this will take what we can get, yeah. Alright, yeah, my patience outlasted, sorry, my patience was outlasted by the frustration of doing all this. So, there it is. Such as it is. I could just drop a big old boulder right there. Yeah. There we go. I don't know. I'm doing what I can, okay? Don't hate me. It's what it is. Anyway, yeah, so sorry about all that. We're going to continue this out by connecting that up right there. Oh, look, I missed another square of industrial. How unfortunate. Oh, done. Cool. We're going to go ahead, I think, and probably connect those up. I know that that's not exactly an ideal block length. It is what it is. I'm going to bulldoze this health clinic, which is going to take everybody off. I'm also going to bulldoze this elder care clinic. And the reason for that should become apparent relatively quickly. And since that's no longer there, I should now be able to go ahead and connect a little roadway here. How about that right there? All right, so we've got a much better connection here than what the cars were using. Oh yeah, there's a couple other things I wanted to do. I almost forgot. For one, I want to straighten that road. It's better. I'm going to straighten this section here, get rid of an extra node that I don't need, and probably just kept the same number of nodes I had before. Oh well. Let's see, let me think. This right here was one that I was going to sort of, or it was an area of land that I was going to kind of split up. And I want to get some more zonable space in there. And we will connect this up with a path. Just like so. And then I'm going to branch off here and build one of those communities. Whoops. Like I've been doing lately. kind of a cul-de-sac. I think this time I'm actually going to give it 2 exits because exit to the highway there is going to be super helpful, super appreciated, I think. All right, backing up, looking at it. I screwed up. Yeah, we're gonna call a mulligan on part of this. Specifically, I want to sever this connection right here and replace it with an actual road connection. Going just like that. Let's see, with just angle on, I want to bring that road as close out there as I possibly can. Okay, so the industrial district obviously is no more. The power plant, I need to come up with a clever name for that to indicate that it's something different and unique now. It's no longer an actual power plant, but that it used to be one. I'd like a name that reflects the history of it. But this area all through here, if I can get it to draw correctly, is going to be a new district or a new area of the city. And it's going to be set aside for the Panhaven Medical Campus. So that's why I severed some of this right here. Is I kind of want it to be its own little self-contained campus, but at the same time, obviously ambulances and the like need better access than, for instance, your average little neighborhood or shopping center might. Let's see, as I'm rethinking this, I want to extend that up there, yeah. And I want to take this, I'm actually going to push this just a smidge into this territory over here. Yeah, this is going to be the Panhaven Medical Campus. Then I'm going to grab a park. It's not a park, a park. And I'm going to draw a new park area. As I'm thinking about it, I'm going to end up replacing these roads with pedestrian paths because actually I would like to have this be a pedestrianized neighborhood. We're going to name this Ashland Street after the actual street that's in there. Dang, yeah, access point really needs to be down here, doesn't it? 'Cause that is highway access. All right, and weirdly, and don't ask why right now, actually, because I have my reasons. Oh no. I don't think I missed anything up just now. I have my reasons, but I'll get to explaining those at some other time. But I'm going to mark all this as part of this, the Panhaven City Park system. And I'm also going to do that, actually, rather, I'm going to extend that into this area over here. Okay, how big a mess did we just make of everything? Pretty darn big mess. Awesome. Just what I was hoping for. Alright, last but not least, let's go ahead and drag the actual hospital access road into the hospital campus. We'll leave ourselves plenty of room to place some parking lots along there. We're going to stick a high-capacity hospital building. Oh my gosh. Takes up a lot more room than I realized. Okay, alright. Well, we're going to stick it right there anyway, I suppose. Dang, that is a big old building. It's kind of awesome. Are those pedestrian connectable? Oh, they are. Oh, that's amazing. Man, who knew? That's crazy. That's awesome, though. That's totally unexpected. I don't really know what I'm going to do with this information, but that's really neat that it's designed that way. Oh, wow. And there's yet more. That is crazy. So unexpected. Okay, that's what looks like a connector. It kind of connects. Alright, there we go. Alright, we're going to say that that is the emergency room drop-off lane. Or something like that, right? There, connect that up. Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to have to think about how to actually, take advantage of that. So that's obviously why I was willing to get rid of the health clinic over there. I'm going to move the elder care facility to right about there. I'm going to go ahead and drop in a child care facility while we're at it. And of course, we're going to make sure that the old folks and the prospective parents and the kids all have access to nice, lovely park facilities. There, I'll go back in and add trees and crap later on, but it's the basic gist of the park right now. There's also the small question of a medical laboratory. Oh yeah, that's right, I didn't want this area to be part of the parkland, did I? Yeah, I might have slightly lost track of what I was doing with all this. Alright, let me go ahead and add in some parking for that. And then we'll trim down that bit of the park area. Meanwhile, over in this park, next to our new shopping center and whatnot, I'm going to go ahead and start up a nature preserve. Nature reserve. Nature something or other. You know, both of these parks that I'm creating are pretty much guaranteed to be temporary purposes only. And heaven help me, I've already forgotten why I left that area right there. Oh, I know what it was. Yeah, as part of the medical center, medical complex. I was going to go ahead and drop in a medical helicopter depot. Maybe not the best use for land right next to a nature reserve, but it's got to happen. And one other facility that I nearly forgot. I was going to add in one of these crematorium memorial parks as part of our death care facility. Let me just double check, rethink where I wanted to do that. I'll just do it there. I think that's fine. Alright, we're going to go ahead and we're just going to put in a pretty rudimentary nature reserve. Not really going to go overboard with this by any means. Alright, very cool. Okay, info. Entertainment is not up to next level, but I'm not going to worry about that until the visitor count is up to next level. Although, I probably could stick in some of these nice gazebos. I think would actually fit pretty well. Oh, that pushes me way over. Jeez. It's almost broken. Alright, cool. Down in here, we need our pedestrian area. We need a service point. Do want to add a public library. Actually, as far as libraries go, I really appreciate having these from the resorts or whatever it's called, CCP. And we're going to pretend this is a gated community, so we're going to go ahead and actually stick a, just stick an elementary school over here. Community school. I'm going to move this bus station. No, I'm not. I'm going to duplicate this bus station. So I'm going to sort of cut this off right here. I'm going to place one of these nice compact bus, right here. And if possible, I'm going to manually move every one of the stops in this station into that one. Oh my gosh. Look at that exodus. Oh, those people are so mad, and they just got splattered. And again. Oh, the chaos. It's real. Alright, let me get back in here. Let me just make sure I really don't see anything still connecting with that. So I'm going to bulldoze this. Yeah. Alright, now as this is part of the Panhaven City Park system, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to drop City Park side entrance. Straight line, please. Thank you. Now, will you please allow me? Thank you. That's what I wanted. That's all I wanted. Alright, very cool. Nothing fancy. It's entirely possible that these people are able to bypass the park gate from the station. It's hard to care that much. Part of the original vision that I had for this city involved my transportation hubs being sort of surrounded by green space. And I know it's not very attractive green space. I have work to do. But this is definitely part of my original vision, and it's finally, slowly, gradually starting to happen. So how'd we do? We got very good land values, especially over in this area, as I knew we would. Okay, to sort of recap what we've done today, in addition to building some new sort of residential areas, we've got a brand new green space surrounding our local bus hub. We've got a beautiful medical campus with a lot of facilities. Yeah. Lots of nice facilities. We've got a park that is primarily just taking up space. National park, yeah, not hardly. At some point, I have a feeling I'm going to redevelop this into an amusement park. It'd probably be a good spot for it. Just wasn't ready to pull the trigger on that yet. I don't feel like it's right for Panhaven just yet. We have some park space over here that is actually the future building side of a whole different facility I'm not ready to talk about yet. We have major traffic problems, and we have a pedestrian residential neighborhood with lots of recreational facilities. We got a lot of good stuff going on. And hopefully that's going to be paying off on our bottom line, which so far so good. It looks pretty awesome, especially when I click the land value button. So that's our super fast recap of what we've actually accomplished today. Stay tuned for next week when I have a very interesting project happening over on this side of the freeway that I'm really looking forward to. And that is actually going to be posted in time for Christmas, which is thematically appropriate for what I'm actually going to do next week. So if you like what you've seen, or you think it has potential, or you at least didn't hate it completely, maybe consider paying a little visit down to the subscribe button. And I'd love to see you back for the next one. Thank you guys so much. Y'all take care. Bye-bye.